Arsenal starts Maslow Kelly tonight in their biggest game at the Emirates Stadium this season as they take on Atletico Madrid in the Champions League semi-final second leg after the first leg ended in a 1-1 draw. Maslow Kelly was a surprise addition in the last game against Fulham, who played 90 minutes, starts tonight in the Champions League alongside Declan Rice in the midfield. Up front, Victor Gyökeres is taking his tally for the season to 21 goals, leads the line with Bukayo Saka, Berichi Eze, and Leandro Trossard. In defense, Ben White, William Saliba, Gabriel Magalhaes, Ricardo Calafiori, and David Raya leads a 4-2-3-1 formation tonight for Arsenal as they did against Fulham. For Atletico Madrid, Ademola Lookman, Julian Alvarez, Antoine Griezmann will be hoping to score against Arsenal's defense tonight. In the midfield, Marcos Llorente, Koke, while Guillermo Simeone joins the attack from the wing. In defense, Matteo Rugari, David Anker, Lindemann, Mark Pubic, and Jan Nobla in a 4-4-2 formation for Atletico Madrid tonight in the Champions League. Merseyside police arrested an Everton fan during his side's match against Manchester City for alleged racist abuse towards Antoine Semenyo. The supporter was apprehended at a Premier League fixture between the sides at the Hugh Dickinson Stadium on Monday, which finished 3-3. Police said a 71-year-old man from Nottinghamshire was arrested on suspicion of a racially aggravated public order offense after supporters and stewards reported the racist abuse was shouted by a fan. An investigation into the incident during the match remains ongoing, and we continue to work closely with Everton FC, said a police statement. They also said he has now been bailed with conditions which includes not to go within 1 mile of any designated sports stadium in a period of up to 4 hours before kickoff during the match and up to 4 hours after the game has ended. Everton said in a statement that behaviors of this nature will not be tolerated. They went on to say racism and discrimination in all forms are completely unacceptable. They have no place in our stadia. Athletic Club have appointed German boss Edin Terzic as their new head coach. The former Borussia Dortmund coach has agreed a 2-year contract and is scheduled to be presented by the Bilbao-based club at the start of next season. The 43-year-old will replace Ernesto Valverde, who said in March they would leave Athletic Club this summer after 4 years in charge. Antonio Raola had been linked with a return to his former club after saying he would leave his role as Bournemouth manager this summer. Terzic has had 2 spells in charge of Dortmund, winning the German Cup in 2021, narrowly missing out on the Bundesliga title in 2023 and reaching the Champions League final in 2024. He asked to leave Dortmund shortly after losing 2 goals to nothing to Real Madrid at Wembley and was yet to resume his managerial career. Terzic had previously been Slaven Bilic's assistant at Turkish club Besiktas and Premier League side West Ham United. Athletic Club are currently 8th in the Spain's La Liga table with 4 games of the season left. Former PFA Player of the Year Phil Foden has reached an agreement in principle of a new 4-year deal at Manchester City. The 25-year-old's current contract was due to expire next summer, but fresh terms will keep him at Etihad Stadium until 2030 with the option of another year. Though midfielder Foden has struggled for form in recent months and has not scored since the 14th of December, a new contract signals a commitment from both parties to continue working together. Foden came on as a substitute in Monday's thrilling 3-3 draw at Everton, which leaves City 5 points adrift of Premier League leaders Arsenal with a game in hand. The midfielder will be hoping to secure a place in Thomas Tuchel's England squad for the Summer World Cup. A coach of Nottingham Forest, Victor Pereira, is hopeful Morgan Gibbs White would be available for their second leg semi-final against Aston Villa at Villa Park. Morgan Gibbs White might need a miracle to be ready for the Nottingham Forest Europa League game after sustaining an injury in the last game against Chelsea. Gibbs White and Chelsea goalkeeper Robert Sanchez both had to come off with their heads bandaged after they collided during Forest's 3-1 Premier League win at Stamford Bridge on Monday. Forest, unbeaten in 10 matches in our competitions, take a 1-0 lead into Thursday's match at Villa Park. Pereira said he has a deep cut, but we'll see. He's a fighter and we hope for a miracle. We'll see what happens. I really believe we can have him next game. I said to him, don't head the ball, just play. The midfielder posted a photo on social media on Monday night, thanking people for their messages and showing the stitches across his forehead and nose. Breaking news from Spain, Real Madrid. Many Real Madrid fans believe the squad has chosen Vinicius Jr. over Kylian Mbappe as their true leader. Several reports claim the players were surprised and uncomfortable with Mbappe after he went on vacation during a crucial part of the season. When Mbappe was injured, Madrid went on a 5-game winning streak and joined their best run under Abeloa. When Mbappe returned, the team has won just one of their 6 matches with a noticeable drop in collective performance. Mbappe got injured again and Madrid responded with a 2-0 win over Espanyol and Vinicius Jr., with Vinicius Jr. scoring a brace and shining. After Vinicius' standard performance with Mbappe still out and on vacation, several Madrid players posted photos with the Brazilian on IG. Now many fans believe this wasn't a coincidence but a clear message from the squad backing Vinicius as the leader over Kylian Mbappe. There are other stories concerning Mbappe. An online petition signed by Madridistas to get Mbappe out of the club has reached over 1.2 million signatures. That was 3 hours ago. 3 hours ago, it was 1,278,219. Talking about a number of Madridistas who signed an online petition to get Kylian Mbappe out of the club. Manchester United are considering Bournemouth's Tyler Adams and Alex Scott, along with West Ham's Matheus Fernandes, as part of their midfield rebuild this summer. United are looking at midfield reinforcement, with Casemiro leaving Old Trafford this summer at the end of his contract. The MLS appears its likely destination, with Inter Miami strong contenders to sign the Brazil midfielder on a free transfer. As previously reported, Elliot Anderson at Nottingham Forest and Carlos Baliba at Brighton remain high on the United list, with the club determined to keep their options open and their target list abroad. At this stage of the chase, Manchester City have prioritized Anderson as a possible addition to their midfield, but the battle between the two Manchester clubs for a player valued around £100 million is likely to drag in a number of other big European sides who have been impressed by the England international. Crystal Palace Adam Wharton, Newcastle Standard Tonali, and Wolves' Yao Gomez have also been discussed by United's recruitment team, with admiration too for Real Madrid's Aurelien Tchouameni and Leeds' Ayub Bouadi. British number one Emma Raducanu has withdrawn from the Italian Open in Rome due to a post-viral illness. The British number one had been practicing in Rome for the past few days and conducted her media obligations before deciding with her team to withdraw. She has been absent from the tours Indian Wells at the start of March, pulling out of tournaments in Miami, Linz, and Madrid, citing the ongoing effect of a virus she picked up at the beginning of February. Raducanu also opted to sit out Great Britain's Billie Jean King Cup qualifier against Australia, but had been hopeful of playing in Rome. She had been withdrawn to face. She had been drawn to face Solana Sierra or a qualifier in the second round on Thursday or Friday, but is yet to play a single match of the clear-cut swing. And finally tonight, tennis world number one, Anna Sabalenka, believes players will boycott the Grand Slam at some point because of the ongoing dispute over prize money. The men's and women's top 10 players are demanding a higher percentage of the revenue generated by the four majors, as well as benefit contribution and a greater say in areas such as scheduling. But until Sabalenka spoke to the media in Rome before the Italian Open, players have been circumspect on the subject of strike action. She said, I think at some point we will boycott it. I feel like that's going to be the only way to kind of, she said, I feel like that's going to be the only way to kind of fight for our right. The Belarusian also said, I feel like the show is on us. I feel like without us, there won't be a tournament and there wouldn't be that entertainment. Fourth ranked Coco Gauff said she could 100% see herself boycotting the Grand Slam if everyone were to move as one and collaborate. That's all we have in the news. Talking point next. Some few minutes ago, Arsenal fan club arrived at the Emirates Stadium with the biggest title ever showed at the Emirates Stadium as they prepare to take on Atletico Madrid tonight. And surprisingly, or not surprisingly, or whichever way it suits you, Maslow Kelly starts alongside Declan Rice in the midfield. It's a replica of the team that played against Fulham that destroyed Fulham under 45 minutes in the first half, only that Fulham is not Atletico Madrid, and Atletico Madrid is not Fulham. The Champions League semi-final second leg between Arsenal and Atletico Madrid is set for 8 p.m. In the next 14 minutes, we'll see if Arsenal can get back into the Champions League final. The last time they were in the finals of the Champions League was in 2006, and if you add that up, that's 20 years ago. The last time they played a Champions League final, they lost out to Barcelona, and this time around they have an opportunity once again. Yes, the team was perfect against Fulham, but Fulham is nothing close. they'd have nothing on Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid tonight, Julian Alvarez, who got injured in the game against Arsenal at the Riyadh Metropolitano, start tonight alongside Anton Griezmann. Mikel Arteta, after yesterday's victory, after yesterday's draw by Manchester City and the victory against Fulham, said the boys did not need any kind of motivation. They should be motivated at this moment to know exactly what to do. And yes, Martin Odegaard is back, Kai Havertz is back, apart from Julian Timber, so he has the full force of his attack only. Would they be potent tonight? Let's get to hear from Atletico Madrid. Let's get to hear from Mikel Arteta to talk about the game tonight against Atletico Madrid.
There was no Kai Havertz during Timber or Martin Odegaard in training today, so are they available for tomorrow?
Yeah, they are available, and the squad both of them.
How much is a boost to have?
Right, because we need options, we need the capacity to play different games tomorrow, whether it's from the start or after, so it's really, really good news for us to have them both back.
And just to clarify, that's Havertz and Odegaard.
Yes.
Thank you.
I can't wait. I mean, I feel the energy in and amongst the team, our supporters. So these are the moments that we want to live.
Alpha. All right, with a brace against Fulham, with 2 goals against Fulham by Victor Gyökeres, became the third Arsenal player ever to hit 20 goals in his first season. And yes, that's what's up in that game. It took his standing to 21 goals for Arsenal this season. And they are still possibly 5 matches to play should they get to the Champions League final. And yes, this is what he had to say. Came into a new environment in England, very physical struggle in the first half of the season. Fun for him towards the end of the second half of the season. This is Victor Gyökeres talking about the biggest game of his life.
Coming to a new routine and a new to adapt to that. I think what we have to do quick.
Have fun now. You get anything for me?
Be ready
Where you go?
for all the challenges.
I didn't go ask now. Just say like I just.
Maybe you just go greet your buddy. Your buddy do.
Time 0916000495. Manchester United fans will not have a feel of what's happening right now. Cannot feel the way Arsenal fans are feeling at this point because they are not the one playing in the semi-finals of the Champions League. Right in the MPFA earlier today, Krodo City, yes, defeated Wicked Tories to cement that spot for, for a continental competition. They defeated Wicked Forest 3-1, and they started scoring. In fact, they finished the job in the fourth half. Farouk Salami scored in the 4th minute. Abayomi Ayodeji with the second goal in the 18th minute, and Joseph Arubala scored a penalty in the 37th minute. In the 66th minute, Wicked Forest got an early consolation from Jefta Mairiga, but then scoring in the 66th minute, Credo City managed the game properly and got all 3 points. Right now, they are third on the MPFL table, trying to grab that automatic CAF Confederation Cup ticket, and they still stand a chance to go to the CAF Champions League. Time will tell. 09160059445. Arsenal fans, how are you feeling tonight, guys? Make sure you have dinner before match. Hello? Yes, your name and location. Manuel, go ahead.
Tonight, and I think Arsenal must have to do in work if they want to go to the final. Atletico, just as you have reminded them, is not a Fulham, so it's going to be a very difficult one for them. I know Simeone for a master tactics plan, which is I know he will do him tonight. Arsenal will have their home advantage, but if they want to progress to the final, they must have to work hard in order to achieve that. Manchester City have given them the league again in a platter of gold. I love what happened last night. Everything is a spoiler for crying out loud. They have been doing it and they did it yesterday.
Yeah.
So from 3-1 to 3-3,
West Ham can be a spoiler also. You know, West Ham can be a spoiler also against Arsenal.
yes, I am happy for Arsenal because of the way that the Manchester City got started.
Thank you very much. Thank you. 09160059545. We are the Arsenal fans. If you have the boldness, come and predict the outcome of today's game. Good evening to you. Yes, your name and location. Fine, go ahead, my friend. Mm-hmm. You sure? No, me now. Mm. Mm. Okay. Thank you very much, my friend. All right, 09160059545, 09160049545. You can text us on WhatsApp, 09128945945. That is also available. Good evening to you.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, your name and location.
I'm calling from Akamango. I'm an Arsenal fan.
Tell them, my guy. I go B now. I go B. It's a big match. Jesus. Arsenal must what?
I filed from Super to fight for France so that Arsenal will win.
Baba me chop oh. Hey, go chop now. Oh. If he's kata. Thank you very much, my friend. 09160059545, 09160049545. Don't also forget that the only chance for Atletico Madrid to win anything is tonight. They couldn't win the Copa del Rey. They lost in the final on penalties, and of course they are not chasing the league. They changed the all 11 players in their last match just to be free for this game against Arsenal. And for Arsenal, yes, they made some changes. They won the game against Fulham early enough for some of their top superstars like Declan Rice, like Bukayo Saka to rest. But the introduction of Matt Lewis Kelly after a sublime man of the match performance against Fulham tonight is the risky one, as against Mendy on the bench. And maybe this is going to be the X factor in today's game. Time we definitely tell. 09160059545. Good evening to you. How far now? How you doing, my guy? Thank you very much. Of course. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were 20 years ago, and they will lose. Oh boy, Jesus, my God. 0916 0005945 0916 0004945. We are up and alive. Good evening to you. Hey, my guy, how far are you now? Tell me, sir. Alias Benjamin Tetsko. Eh? My guy. Mm. Yeah, they see their chest like this, they beat. Their chest, like, we get like 15 producers for their chest like this, they mix beats. I tell you, they cannot contain it. Mm. Okay. Ah, Baba me. Mm. As a man, you fan. Okay. Oh. All right. 3-1 aggregate. Okay, fine. Then, let's wait and see. 0916 0005945 All is in their court. The ball and more is Arsenal's court. Yes, the fans are crazy outside the stadium. They are mad. They are harassing. Their presence, the announcement of their presence was crazy, and you could see that bullying presence that they've gave to come in as support for Arsenal. They want the stadium to be as loud as possible. Good evening to you. Yes, thank you very much for calling. All right, go ahead. Mm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm. Human do down. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. All right. Anton Griezmann, thank you very much. Griezmann could be potentially playing his final Champions League match tonight or not. Depends on the outcome of this game. Thank you guys. We'll be back tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. and 7:30 p.m. Make the best team win tonight and the match at the Emirates Stadium. I am Banky. Oh, good evening to you.